The next Out of Ore update is going to change things more than people expect. We're getting massive performance increases in some departments, tons of little quality of life changes, new Generation 3 Dozers and Graders, as well as a nifty new little thing for the power. Let's get on into this. Alright, we have this little block here. What is this thing? This thing is a straight power connection. Oh. So, all you guys have been building your wash plants, drop a hopper, drop a couple conveyor lines. Then you're like, well, this new little piece, what you're going to do is you're going to snap a couple in there. Then you're going to snap these little straight pieces on. And then a power as normal, right? Simple, 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 minus the new two little pieces. Let's go and explain what those things do. You remember the old system, how people used to exploit the power with mergers. Well, that's no longer really necessary anymore because the straight power connections will allow you to, well, do something a little different here. I have two coal power plants connected to two lines, which then merge that whole power system together, allowing you to maximize power to the extreme in your belt system without doing belt spaghetti anymore. This will allow you to add power in wherever you would like, whenever you would like, and a lot less power pylons that kind of nerf your power input. Now we're going to show you guys one of the new features that is for the grader and the dozer. We're going to demonstrate what this does on a dozer here. Let's go ahead and zoom on in so you guys can see what's going on here. This is the new machine level indicator. It'll show you things like roll, pitch, blade tilt, and blade elevation. This first number here in the white is for your chassis roll left and right. This number will change to minus or plus depending on which angle you're tipping to. It'll also move on the bar. This number will also move in the yellow, and this is your blade tilt up and down. The number in the white over here is your chassis pitch angle up and down. The number in the yellow over here is the blade elevation indicator. Hopefully that helps you with the machine level indicator and what you're seeing on your screen. Okay, let's get to what most of you guys are here to probably see. Does this thing bounce around all crazy when you're pushing anymore? Nope. It's pretty much solid in multiplayer and single player. And does this damn thing delete a lot of dirt? Actually, not anywhere close to what it used to. As you can see here, when I'm pushing, the blade fills up, then it starts to mound out in front properly. There's still a little bit of loss. But as you can tell, it moved out a massive part in front of it, filling in that low area that I already had there. So I'm going to come back in for another scrape and push. Blade's now filling up. You'll start to see this big giant mass move in front of me now. And I stalled because, well, it's too high. So I'm going to kind of stop for a second, let it push, and push on through. That only happened because there was a lot in front of my blade, and, well, the dozer choked out. Okay, I'm going to push along the side of this little hill here and watch the bottom of the dozer right-hand side fill in. You can also see materials being pushed up on top of the hill, as well as filling in on the downside of the hill, which was never possible before in the dozer. But let's bring out this little buddy and tilt this blade all the way to the side here. That's right, boys. Side casting works now. As you can see, it's very little additive to the one side that I'm not tilted towards, as demonstrated here. You'll see it's not leaving anything, but yet I'm leaving a nice side casting to the other side. Let's not forget about the grader. This thing has also been changed massively, as you can tell. It's leaving a nice straight cut. I mean, I'm horrible at using this thing, but it has never acted like this ever in the history of this game. It is now pushing. I have the blade tilted all the way inside, so it's casting all the way to the right. And then I'm coming back through and cleaning that up and pushing it yet again over to the other side. Now that we've shown you guys that type of stuff with the grader, the dozer, there's still some other stuff with this update. There's quite a bit of cool things, so definitely check them out. If not, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Okay, now that we have this, well, that taken care of, let's talk about the leaky hoppers and performance fixes that kind of come with those. This one was one that was lagging many of you bucket wheel players, and it's been fixed. So also inside the hoppers has also been some coatings been changed, so maybe it stopped lagging so much. This bug here is the, well, you guys probably noticed that some of the lines feel a little differently. You can kind of test this by hit consume, go over the belt line, and you will see, well, one of the lines has more than the other, right? So what will end up happening is the other one will stock all the way up, and then you'll start deleting material. You won't be getting all of that you possibly could. So this will be fixed now. So that way you won't have any issues with your conveyor lines. So here we have a new feature, which is the conveyor belts now have power lights. And as you snap power to them, but your power's not turned on, you'll see a little red blinking light indicating, well, there's power, but it's not turned on. So this is how when you turn them on, you'll see them now turn to green, indicating that that has power. One thing that's been requested a lot is being able to paint some other pieces in the game that may not have been paintable. Well, why? Well, now we can paint conveyors, which is, it helps you match what you're building, some of your building projects that you guys have. And how you do this is you just go ahead and have a paint in your inventory and then put one in your hotbar, then just simply click. The same thing goes with the coal plants can now be painted as well to whatever color that you guys would like to paint them. Same thing applies, put one in your inventory and then go ahead and click on it and you can paint it. Another annoying little bug that was kind of there is you couldn't snap power lines in free build. They've now changed that. You can go ahead and snap it on anywhere you want. You guys ever have that little issue where either water place is having problems snapping to things correctly? Well, they've fixed that. And also being able to snap the power pylons to things correctly facing the right direction. Oh, about time. Let's go. This is a little visual bug, but a lot of people have been reporting it. It's a real big pet peeve sometimes with people when the sprockets and stuff like that don't move and all the stuff like that in the chassis parts. So that's all been added to the new baggers that came out, or bucket wheels, whatever you want to call them. The new dumping feature, you guys, a lot of people reported that the dump truck was, dumping stuff out the front of it. And as you can clearly see, it dumps it all out the back. Quite a bit, actually. So, yeah, and as well with the big one, you'll notice too, a bit of rocking in the equipment. So this is all, remember, this is alpha footage. So some of these things will be cleaned up a little bit before they hit you guys. But you can see how much material dumps out. And obviously it clearly dumps out the back. So we shouldn't have problems hitting hoppers anymore where it dumped out the front of the vehicle. Here we have the skill tree prices and store fixes. They weren't matching up. As you can see, when you had your skill tree set to a certain level, it wouldn't really matter. But if you go and upgrade all your stuff, you're like, well, why wasn't the prices being fixed? Well, don't worry. They're now adjusted properly. Another one that was kind of annoying was, you can only have so much money in your company. It was like $2 billion. Now it's something like 9, something, ask for physics, something number large, accumulated. Yeah. Okay, I know this one will be a big sad for many people. This is about the drone. Well, we can no longer stand on the drones. Oh, I know, right? What? How are we gonna? We have to build scaffolding. We gotta have some. What? Well, also too, the drone. Remember when you get in the drone and like you tab to a vehicle in multiplayer, and somebody else was in it, and then all of a sudden you'd be yeeted into space. Then you like save your game and come back. You'd be standing on the drone. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. As well as some other stability fixes and things like that. How about the annoying one of not knowing if someone's joining or it's saving? That's all been fixed now. So you shouldn't have to worry or yell at somebody for trying to save over and over and over or join. And here we have some performance changes like the world deformation threads. We normally have to change that by ourselves. Now it does it automatically based upon your CPU. As well as a lot of you guys were having massive FPS drops in the menu in the store. They've also addressed that. So that way you guys should not be having as many problems in the store. This one is a massive one that affects a lot of players. We call it the green layer lag. They've now added caching to the world. So that way it kind of remembers what's going on. So when you take those first scoops into the green layer, it is not so laggy as pretty much demonstrated here. Almost no matter what computer you had, what deformation level you had for the threads, it was still kind of giving you a little bit of a choppy sensation when digging on the world when it was brand new before you got down to a certain depth. That should all be fixed now for you guys. And this is a big one. Now, if not one of my favorite and probably the best feature of this update is now we have a fog density scale. We can turn the fog off if we want. We're going to show you what each one looks like. So we have full fog. We have half fog, as well as quarter fog. And you guessed it, we have no fog. And let me know in the comments which one you guys think looks better. Well, that's it for me today, guys. Hopefully you guys digested this, well, upcoming update is coming, or it's out by the time you guys watch this. Thank you guys very, very, very much for watching and sitting through this. If you guys got something out of it, or you enjoyed it, or you're educated a little bit, or you now feel more stupid, make sure you guys smash that like button, leave us, leave a comment, do whatever you guys are supposed to be doing. Other than that, boys, I'm gonna get in here and move some dirt. Much love, dirt nerds.